When Islands of Adventure opened in 1999, it almost featured perhaps the most dangerous and insane ride of any major theme park. Naturally, this terrifying death trap was a ride for toddlers meant for Seuss Landing. A story like this is best told in a more Seussian way, so let's start at the end and then walk back to opening day. Now, much like the People Mover at Disney World, the high-in-the-sky Seuss Trolley train ride is a great way to relax and take in some fun sights. There are 2 different tracks weaving through Seuss Landing that the trains can ride on, and a few different narrations. One tells the story of the Sneakers as well as other Seuss tales, and the rest are games for kids like repeating noises or saying the ABCs. The quality of these narrations can range from incredibly charming and fun to so annoying that makes your heart shrink 3 sizes that day.
Trolley train is going boing, 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 boom!
There aren't many show scenes on the ride, and they are very simple, but the sneak framing device does a lot to give the ride a unique identity beyond just being a nice tour of Seuss Landing. While it might not be busy now, back when it opened in 2006, it was a huge hit. What made the ride's debut so exciting was that the track had been visible since the park's opening day, meaning that guests had been waiting 7 whole years to ride it. Although the track guests saw for all those years and the track guests got to ride were not the same. The whole thing had to be rebuilt since the original tracks had no way to evacuate guests in an emergency. Plus the tracks had to be rebuilt because it wasn't originally meant to be a train ride. The concept had changed drastically and the lack of any evacuation plan was only a small part of what made the original idea so dangerous. 2002 was when Universal finally decided to give up on the original plan for the ride after the manufacturer, Severn Lamb, went out of business. Rather than continue to leave the already built tracks abandoned in plain sight, small cars were added so statues of Dr. Seuss characters could ride around. And now, let's end our story with how it all began. In 1999 with the insane idea that was the Sylvester McMonkey McBean's very unusual driving machines. Officially, not a lot is known about it. But by piecing together bits and pieces from concept art and interviews, I think we have a clear picture. This started life as a ride very similar to Autopia in Disneyland, where kids could get the chance to drive a real car on a road weaving around the land. Universal wanted to up the ante by making it more like bumper cars though, so guests could have some extra fun bashing into each other. At some point they decided to play a game of up, up, up with the ride and change it from regular cars on the ground into a mini monorail in the sky. But still as bumper cars that guests drove, just high in the air and on a smaller track. This was a ride for very young kids with no safety features beyond a very simple restraint and no way to evacuate in an emergency or get help to guests who need it, where the kids controlled their own speed and crashed into each other repeatedly in a way that had been banned at other parks due to whiplash, all while high up enough in the air that if anyone was knocked out of their vehicle while bumping into each other, they could be seriously injured. All themed to the villain from the Sneakers who was known for swindling folks out of the money with no regard for their well-being. Universal decided to hold off opening it for safety concerns. Thank you all for watching. After you're done liking this video and subscribing, let me know in the comments what your favorite Dr. Seuss book is.